Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is March 5th, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. All right, let's just start with the S&P 500 daily chart as usual. So if we go to 4 hours chart, you will see that we had kind of like a sell-off since early session. It goes all the way down to 5,050, and then we will find a support here. So this is a 4 hours chart, and we find a support here, which is pretty technical support here. And we were kind of like expecting this one. So we can see some kind of like a bounce here all the way up to here. But after that, I should say, we can just go roll over to the downside still. There is going to be a fair amount of support here to 5,000 to 5,030. So this is the level, I should say, everyone needs to keep an eye on this, because if market goes down below this breakout level, if it goes below this pivotal point, I should say this is going to be the first stage. So if it goes below 5,030, it can go all the way down to 4,950, and then these pivots are going to be the next support here. So everyone needs to keep an eye on this level, because this is very, very important level. Lots of bears and bulls are going to fight against each other there. So we should just keep an eye on that. Volume is pretty light, like I should say normal, like 70 million. For a sell-off like this, we are expecting more than that to just take it as like a good, decent sell-off. But we will take it. So moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of all the way down to SMA 20, which is a 17,950. But bounce back up nicely. So right now we are just closing around 17,956. A nicely bounce of SMA 20. Still looking for kind of like a choppiness again, especially first 2-3 weeks of March. So we are in first week of March, so we can see some kind of like a still volatility all the way to 17th of March. But as I said before, if it goes all the way down to 16,000 area, that's going to be a fantastic level. But right now, we are just looking at this support here, somewhere around 17,400, which is going to be a fantastic, I should say, buying opportunity, at least if it holds it. If it doesn't, it can go all the way down, which is going to be a great buying opportunity, somewhere around 15,700 is coming down there. I'm just waiting to see how market is going to react to this area. So that's very important level. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. Dow had a negative day as well. So we are just getting down a consecutive sell-off day after yesterday. So Dow is kind of like a lagging compared to the other two indexes. We see that kind of like a lower high is coming, still holding up this pivotal point here somewhere around this area, but I should say 38,000, that's going to be the level. So if we get below this level, so we can see some kind of like a series of sell-off coming all the way down to previous top here, which is going to be 36,800. So 36,800 is going to be important pivotal point or important support here. So we should see some kind of like a reaction from the market there. I'm just again looking for a March period is going to be kind of like a corrective move for a next rally to the upside. So we'll wait for more confirmation on that one. But Dow is kind of like exhausted compared to the other ones. Moving on to gold, which had like another surge to the upside, kind of like a pretty good surge, but got kind of like a hammered last hour trading session, getting close to new all-time high. It didn't get even to double test this area, so it was pretty close. 2,128 right now. It's the level that the gold is closing. And we should just give it a benefit of doubt for kind of like a pullback here, somewhere around 2,100. I should say that 2,100 is going to be a fantastic buying opportunity again, all the way up to new all-time high. So the gold market is not over yet, guys. This is just the beginning. If you go to weekly chart, I'm just telling you, this is gonna like this is a weekly breakout, and this is second consecutive week. So we got into first level, which is 2127, but the next one is 2250. So that's going to be the level that I'm looking for based on the weekly chart. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week, but potentially we will see a good bullish development next few months in gold, all the way up to 2250 to 2400. So it's going to be very, very important to see how it reacts to that market. Moving on to crude, which had like a negative day. So crude is coming down. I should say crude is kind of like a finish this corrective rally within this dominated bear market. So we are kind of like forming the top 2021 and 2022, and then all the way down here to this area, which is going to be a November bottom. November, we just got a 4 months rally. Right now, I should say the next phase of sell-off is coming down the road. So 61 to 65 is coming. So just be careful on that one, especially if we lose this $75. So $75 is going to be very, very important. The next one is going to be 72. So everyone needs to be careful and keep an eye at those levels as well. Moving on to yield, which is coming down. So yield is just forming a bearish consolidation here. So lower yield, lower crude, and also lower inflation is coming down the road. So we will have NFP this week on Friday, and also inflation is going to be CPI report next week. So everyone needs to keep an eye on NFP first and then CPI. So if NFP goes down and CPI goes lower, this means yield is going to go down, which I believe is going to go down. But this is kind of like a market is just worried about the recession. Everyone is talking about rate cuts, but Federal Reserve, they didn't, in the history, they didn't bring the rate down for a good reason. They didn't do rate cut for a good reason. They just bring the rate down just because the economy is in trouble. So right now, yield is forming a very nice top information here. And I'm just expecting a lower low is coming down the road. Sub 4% is coming. Yield is down, treasury is up. So treasury is nice bouncing up today. So it goes to this important resistance point. So this is kind of like a daily, I should say, supply area, this area. And you will see that we just got touched here and then shadowing down after hours, even it goes lower. So we can see some kind of like a still choppiness with yield. But I should say if it goes down another lower low, we will take it as a great buying opportunity. So wait for that one. Moving on to VIX. VIX had a nice surge to the upside, higher shadows just on the top 15, just because market just retracing back up nicely. DXY down today. But again, holding up for now. DXY is kind of like a playing out with yield. Magma indicator is coming down as well, so still a choppy here since beginning of February. This is kind of like a chop as well. Apple just hammered today, going down another 2.84% to the downside. Apple is getting back to this bearish momentum. Actually, it was here when we were talking about this. And nice, let me just go just a bit higher. And I just want to show you what pattern is forming. Right now, Apple, this is a very, very nice double top formation. And when we see double top formation, when you see this demand area, it doesn't work because it works nicely. This W pattern works nicely, but we didn't end to higher high. We ended to a lower high and then got back to this demand area. Nice white range bar. Again, it was not successful to a higher high. It goes to the lower high. So when you see the series of lower high, and especially when it goes to this nice QM pattern here, you should see some kind of like a sell-off is coming. And sell-off initiated, and it's coming to our level. So I'm very, very excited to see how Apple is going to form to my buying opportunity, especially 144, 157. That's going to be a fantastic level. So look at these trend lines are kind of like a colliding to each other here. So this is kind of like very, very important level. These lower highs are kind of like forming a breakout yield. This is going to be a first support. And the next one is going to be this trend line. And also this is a breakout level for the supply area. So I should say lots of support is coming from 150 to 155. This is going to be the area that everyone needs to keep an eye on this. Apple can have a bounce somewhere around 160, and even it doesn't touch this area. There is no guarantee if it gets there, but if it gets there, you should buy with two hands, I should say. So that's going to be a good buying opportunity. Moving on to Amazon. Amazon is rolling over right now. So we got a good dragonfly hammer or shooting a star, I should say, or kind of like a Gravestone Doji at the top. confirming with a nice sell-off today, still in a bull trend. So whenever we get into this trend line here, so buyers got in and they reload the boat. But right now it is very, very important. If we break through backtest coming down, look at this level. So 166. If it gets below 166, any pullback, great sell opportunity all the way to 129 to 130. So that's the level you can just expect from Amazon. Meta is coming down today, nothing bad, still holding up the trend. Microsoft coming down sharply today, actually 3% downside today, 2.96. This is a huge. Google coming down, but look at the candle. Seems like buyers got back here. So 132 to 133, this is the buyer level, I should say. Support is here, but I'm very, very keen and interested to get on this 122, 125. Netflix reversal here confirmed with a gap. Tesla hammered today, following through yesterday's session, but defended by this support area. So if it consolidates here, that's not a good sign for Tesla. Semiconductors, a reversal today. Doji bar yesterday, confirming today with the sell-off. But this is kind of like a, I should say, very, very small sell-off. Whenever we get a 2-3 days even sell-off, buyers again buy the dip, and this buy the dip scenario works very well since October. Right now, we should see if buy the dip works again, or this is the end. Stocks, the same pattern here, $13.46 down. Taiwan Semiconductor is down today. AMD, look at the candle here. Even after hours, it goes higher high. So there is no confirmation with this name yet, but everyone needs to keep an eye on this. NVIDIA, new all-time closing high. So this is kind of like a surprising. When everything goes down, these two, AMD and NVIDIA, still holding up pretty well. Texas Instrument, $1.80 down, but not a bad price action. A Lam Research of $14.42 down. And that's it for semiconductors. XLF, which is a financial spider, still holding up pretty nicely, but I should say they're due for corrective move. If they do correction, we will take it. KBE, $1.33 up today. What a surge, 3% to the upside. This is fantastic, guys. So when I see this, I should say these banks, these financials are pretty strong these days. KRE, the same pattern, 4% to the upside. That was kind of like a surprising. I felt that these ones are going down to this level, and then we'll see a good big wave to the upside. But seems like they're holding up pretty well. JP Morgan, another new all-time high today. Fantastic. Goldman Sachs, just the lagging. Look at the price action here. This is very, very weird. So it doesn't go down. It's just tackling to 400 areas, 396. Look at the shadows here. So when it keeps here, I know everyone is saying bearish, but when it's needling like this, somewhere you will see there is a crack, and then it should just explode to the upside. So just no surprise if that happens to Goldman Sachs. So we will see how it goes. Bank of America, 24 cents up, not a bad price action at all. Wells Fargo is still surging to the upside, pretty good price action. All right, gold miners. Remember yesterday we were talking about this important resistance area. Look what happened. So it just got into this resistance area. So sellers took control, coming back down. I should say this is very, very important. So we should see some kind of like a choppiness here. If it consolidates here, that's going to be a fantastic news for bulls, because this level is going to break through to the upside. So and wait for this. We had a fantastic move last 4 days, I should say, was phenomenon. This is just the beginning. GDXJ, the same pattern here. AEM, actually, we got it stretched up. So this is the area. Look at the shadows here. So there is no surprise to see that. However, after hours, it just surged another higher high. So that's a good. Newmont got into this supply area here, so reversing to the downside, still in a bear trend. So if you just zoom out here, you will see that this is in bear trend, but Newmont can go to the higher high here, to the lower high to $38. So not a bad $5 change, $5 and change to the upside, not bad. Franco-Nevada, great breakthrough. However, I'm just waiting for just a small confirmation, which is 114. So look this number, 114. If it gets above this, hold back, fantastic buying opportunity. 122 to 128 is coming. Consolidation, 140 is coming. And right now we are at 110. So just imagine this one can be very, very spiky, and it can go too far, too fast, very, very quickly. So this is the area that I'm looking for ultimately for 140 to 144 from Franco Nevada, which is going to be a 40%. Gold Barrick, nice move to the upside, got into this reversal area, coming back down, still holding up pretty well. I think this is the bottom, so any pullback could be a great buying opportunity. XLE, which was surprising, crude was down, XLE was up, so still holding up for now. But I should say these names are going to roll over as well when crude is going lower low. Oil and gas exploration ETF is coming up as well. So 59 cents, still holding up. OIH consolidation, choppy. Exxon, $1.28 up. And Chevron, which is the last one for today, 71 cents up. I believe if this is kind of like a base drop, that would be great to see if that pattern forms. The level is going to be here. So 141. And then you know my level is going to be 120 to 115 potentially for the next few months. All right, so I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.